Testing. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me in the building? 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 Can y'all hear me? Testing, testing, testing. My mic sounds nice. Check one. My mic sounds nice. Check two. My mic sounds nice. Check three. Can y'all hear me? Are you ready? Testing, 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 testing. Come on. Need y'all to say something out there. Testing, testing. Y'all hear this or what? All right. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's up? It's your boy Heaven Hollywood. What up, Dolly, the assistant? My assistant, not just the assistant. I know y'all want her. I know y'all want it. You can't have her. She's mine. I don't mean she's mine. I'm like you're mine, Dolly. I mean assistant. Let's go, y'all.
We gon' get this whole club jumping. Shorty on the dance floor shaking, thumping. Hair all crazy, high heels on. Baby girl, this your song. Y'all know what it is. Baby, this ain't tricking, we got it. All of what you want at the bar, we pops it. Hair all crazy, high heels on. Baby girl, this your song. Y'all know what it is. We gon' get this whole club jumping. Shorty on the dance floor shaking, thumping. Hair all crazy, high heels on. Baby girl, this your song. Y'all know what it is. Baby, this ain't tricking, we got it. All of what you want at the bar, we pops it. Hair all crazy, high heels on. Baby girl, this your song. Y'all know what it is. See down in the club making it rain. And yes, in the VIP. One step in the club, all eyes on me.
Heaven Hollywood in the building. What up? What up? What up? Nah, this is my music, Dolly. I'm good. This is my music. We produced this. This is my music. That's why I always play it. Nah, they can't mess with the business. That's my record. Dolly, that's my music. They can't mess with it. That's my material. That's our beat. We own the rights to the beat. I'm so appealing that I'm feeling unstoppable. I feel like losing the option. That's not possible. Who is so sexy? I said, forget the hotel. What up, Marcel? What up? What up? What up? What up, Tanya? What up, y'all? Let's get it. Shaking, bumping, hair all crazy, high heels on. Baby girl, it's your song. What up? What up? It's your boy Hollywood. Heaven Hollywood Experience. The word according to Heaven Hollywood. All things above. Live on the IE network. We thank y'all for joining us. We got a lot of things to discuss, mainly in words. Oh man, so shout out to my sponsor, in case you didn't know, .blog. Shout out, of course, always to in case you didn't know, family. Shout out to Block TV, Born to Shine Media. My boy, the director, my brother. Shout out to all the heavy hitters in the building. We about to get into it. Rest in peace to the dog, DMX. This is a tough one. Y'all already know we're not gonna spend a lot of time on it because we've already been talking about it. We've already been preparing for it. I was already prepared when I got the word. I'll say if people want to say it wasn't true then, good looking New York Giants girl. I appreciate it. I'm gonna put the Cash App down there just in case. But for y'all who didn't know, wasn't expecting it, sorry for your loss. It is a big loss. We're gonna say that. It is a big loss. It's a big loss to the hip hop community. DMX, like I said, was a person that not a lot of people disliked. I don't know many people who didn't like DMX. I don't know any rappers who had issues with DMX, and those that did have issues with him, like Jay and other rappers, they, I guess, patched things up, before he transitioned on. At least I hope they did, because he was a good dude. I've only spoken to him one time in my life, and it's one of my most memorable conversations with a rapper, a celebrity, what have you, because I was talking on the phone with a dude who stayed on the phone with me for over half an hour the first time he spoke to me. Knew nothing about me, knew nothing about where I was from, didn't know what I wanted. He didn't know whether I was trying to get something from him, like, oh, yo, can you put me on? He knew nothing about me. And the moment he started talking to me, from his first voice, and he started talking to me, and I was saying, you know what, let me try to get this man off the phone. I know this man is busy. And he was like, no, dog, guys, wait, say what you gotta say. I'm on the phone now. You was looking for me. What we doing? So I just said, yes, Mink, thank you very much. Thank y'all for that, for the Cash App, the Super Chat. So what we doing? You know what I mean? Y'all know what the Cash App is. Boom, here's the Cash App. Just in case. Well, they're going to put it up there once. They're going to be like these other niggas saying it every 5 minutes and like that. All right? That's not what we doing here. Chunky, what up? So he said, what we doing? Call me up, sound just like he do on the record. When he first called, I'm like, this can't be nobody joking, because who would know that I was trying to holler at DMX? What's up, Reese? Thank you for joining me. Who would know I was trying to holler at DMX? And when he said, well, nah, what we doing? And I told him, yeah, I got this movie called Rebel, and I want you to play the lead role in it. Now, this is even before Belly. This is even before Belly. Because we wrote this movie called Rebel, and I was like, yo, DMX would be perfect for this. And he was like, ironically, I got a movie coming out. I mean, he's like, I said, really? He was like, yo, after I finish, I'm working on it right now. When I'm finished filming, what we doing? Let me know. And I told him, I said, yeah, man, I know the type of money I'm working with. You is nothing to you. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be honest with you what we working with. You know what I mean? And he was just like, yo, let me tell you something, money. Money is not this. It's not about money. It's about the love and doing something for a good brother on the grind. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, just like, I don't care how much money you got. You thought about me to do this role for your movie. And that's enough for me, that you thought that much of me. And I've never even acted before. That I would trust him with that role. So shout out DMX. Y'all hit the like button for DMX, man. Um, he was a good brother. He had his faults. He had his demons like everybody else, man. I didn't really like when I saw on the website or the blog page. Didn't really like his last photo shoot. When I saw that photo shoot, I can't lie. When I saw that photo shoot, I was like, oh man. I noticed like the background, it was like hell, and then he had this big old snake. He took a picture with, and then like all of the pictures, it's like he was dressed up like in heaven, and I was like, man, I don't know about this one, X. I didn't like that photo shoot at all. And then there was the one picture with the inverted cross. And that's probably the pictures I like the least. I don't like when people wear the cross upside down. So that's always very, very, I don't like that. What's up, Asia? Everybody hit the like button. As many people's in here, I need the same amount of likes. I never like when people wear the inverted cross and wear the cross upside down. That freaks me out. I'm not really with that. Still in all, I'm not gonna judge that man. That's between him and the man upstairs. When he gets to them gates and God open up that, them angels open up that book, and he say, Earl Simmons, what's your name? Earl Simmons. All I can do is pray that Earl Simmons is on that list. You know what I mean? That's it. So I pretty much believe that he really can't control what people do. I just don't believe, and I saw this on Spill the Sugar too, and I agree with G. I don't believe he agreed to that. I just don't think he would agree to having that, because it looks like the upside down cross it looks like it was, entered into the picture. That's what it looked like. Looked like it was entered into the picture, man. That photo shoot that DMX did, his last photo shoot that was in GQ, I'm sure, because one picture he had it was like a regular cross, and then the next picture with the same outfit he had the upside down cross. So I don't even believe that DMX co-signed that. I don't even believe he knew what was going to happen. You feel me? I don't believe he knew what was going to happen. But the inverted crosses, for me personally, and I can only speak for myself, I don't like when they do the inverted crosses. I don't like that. Then photo shoots never really come out great. You know what I mean? You bring a lot of bad energy to yourself when you do photo shoots with the cross upside down. But rest in peace, man. DMX, he's a top 20 of all time. You know what I mean? He's a top 20 of all time. And that's why I said he didn't promote the magazine, because he probably, when he saw that magazine, he was probably upset. But there's nothing you can really do to control it, man. And rest in peace for the dog, man. He is definitely a top 20. Like, maybe a lot of people got him in their top 10. Ironically, I found out that he got an album coming out. Whoa, what a coincidence. How convenient. Just finished the album, just re-upped a contract with Def Jam. Def Jam gave him another deal, even in 2019. He got a new deal with Def Jam, and he conveniently just finished an album. Whoa, what a surprise. What a surprise. So, shout out. Yes, an upside down cross, an inverted cross. Yes, that's not supposed to happen for whoever just asked that question. Said, isn't the upside down cross? Nah, you read up on those. The inverted crosses, that's what they call. Nah, the inverted crosses is a mockery of the cross. So yeah, that bothered me too. The picture with Swizz Beats, and Swizz Beats put up the picture of him, and then all of a sudden he deleted it, and then they had announced he had the stroke, and then he put like a sunset. Why would you delete that? A lot of people are pointing their finger at Swizz Beats, saying Swizz sacrificed DMX because he just got that big deal, that big versus deal. I'll tell you this, man. I don't know whether that's true or whether that's not true, but Swizz, the way you was moving, you can't help it for conspiracy theorists that believe in this stuff and that believe in blood sacrifices, because there's a lot of people that believe in it, and there's a lot of people that feel as though they have proof that they take place. So for people to believe, you to be in an industry where people believe blood sacrifices take place and have been taking place since the 1930s, you sure didn't do a lot to convince people that it's BS by deleting the picture. What was the point? What was the point, bruh? Why would you put that picture up there with you and X in the studio? Then all of a sudden you delete it, and then 10 minutes later they announce he had a stroke. You feel me? So I guess now, since DMX, I mean, I don't really want to talk into the what next because he hasn't been laid to rest yet. But you can't help but wonder what happened. We're going to have plenty of time to decide what happened. But as I always said, and I see a lot of people after G, who is a publicist, and G always used to tell me, when it comes down to stories in the entertainment and stories in general, she said, when it comes down to he say, she say, or he say, always believe the first story. Because the first story is the reaction, like the instinct. When you call an ambulance or call a police on, so you're going to tell them immediately what happened, what really happened. So this is the story. The first story is the story before the spin doctors get a hold of it. So the first story, 9 times out of 10, is going to be the closest to the truth. 9 times out of 10, the very first story is the one that is closest to the truth. So we'd have to go back to that phone call. I'm sure that phone call will come out. I'm sure that phone call will come out, and I'll be willing to guarantee you that during that phone call, they probably never mentioned the vaccine. They probably never mentioned COVID. The first story is he had a drug, or he suffered a heart attack from a drug overdose. That was the very first story. He suffered a heart attack from a drug overdose. So that's the first story. Right. Who made the yo, yo, yo. Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Crazy, man. Can y'all hear me now? Wow. Just out of nowhere, huh? I get to talking and then they all of a sudden YouTube want to start muting me. That never happened to me ever. As many shows that we've had. You're not gonna stop my mouth, man. I'm speaking the truth. I stand on truth. I stand on truth. So I ain't never scared. I'm standing on truth, so I ain't never scared. So back to what I was saying. The first story, more than likely, was the truth. The same way with Whitney Houston, when the very first story was that Ray J found Whitney Houston dead. If you go back to Whitney Houston's death and you go to Twitter and you search for a tweet from Ray J's bestie, aka alleged boo thing, male boo thing. If you go back and search Twitter for 2012, I believe that's when Whitney passed. If you go back and search Twitter for that tweet from Ray J's alleged male boo thing, he said, Ray just found Whitney dead. So that was the initial tweet. I know. I know, Miss Marvel. So, yeah, like he called me last time. Have. Come on, man. We doing this again, Have? That what we doing? So I always tell y'all, listen, first story is more than likely the truth. Well, it's been rumored, like I said, that's why I said allegedly, Chad. Always been rumored that Ray bats for both sides. He's a switch hitter. That was always the rumors. He's a switch hitter. He definitely loved the ladies now. That's most definite. He loved the ladies, and he's had some bad ones. But the rumor is, like I said, you're in the music industry, so it would not shock me. You're in the music industry, it don't shock me. But he most definitely loves the ladies. But then there was rumors that when he was trying to get in good with Clive during this whole death of Whitney, Clive Davis was the one telling Ray J, yeah, make sure you stay around Whitney. So Ray J was up in Whitney's face that whole Grammy weekend. And ironically, she ends up passing during that weekend. And then Ray J was with her every day. And just how convenient that she ends up being found dead when Ray J allegedly isn't with her. But he was with her the whole weekend. So, but allegedly. So, as I was saying, y'all go with the first story. Y'all follow and look at the first story very quick, very carefully when it comes to these things. When it comes to these celebrity deaths and when it comes to those other things, just always remember to look at the first story closely. Because 9 times out of 10, that story is going to be the truth. Okay? Now, here we go again. Here we go again, in the words of DMX. Now, notice there is a question mark there because I did make a couple phone calls and I am just trying to get some word back. But here's the deal. Drake is in California. Drake allegedly threw Rihanna's best friend, Melissa, a birthday party. Now, Drake is so good for this. He went to Barbados and hung out with Rihanna's relatives when Rihanna wasn't even there. And he knew she wasn't going to be there. But yet and still, Drake still took his happy ass on to Barbados and went and was hanging out with Rihanna's brother. And Rihanna wasn't even in Barbados. She was somewhere with A$AP Rocky. All right? Now, Rihanna just came from New York. She was up in New York. She was celebrating her mother's birthday. That there was a party there in New York for her mom. So Rihanna was up in New York. A$AP Rocky came back from London, England, where he was allegedly working on his album. So he came back for one day. This was Easter Sunday. It's Easter weekend. He came back, and then these two were photographed at least going into the same place. There was no pictures of them sitting together inside, but if they're both going into the same place, then we know that they were going in there to meet. Right? Now, I have already been on record as saying, judging from what I see, I do not believe that A$AP Rocky and Rihanna are an item anymore. That was just my belief. This is what I said at the time. Now, I did not rule out them getting back together, them ever linking up again, them ever smashing again. I never ruled that out. But I said my feeling was at that time, if you are my chick, right? And it is Valentine's Day and then my birthday right behind it. And you're supposed to be the person I'm dealing with. And you don't show up to either one, we're not together. Damn making an album. You can go back to that. Don't give me that I'm busy making my album. You have the capabilities of hopping on a jet anytime you want. Anytime you want. We see people do it all the time. So it was just Valentine's Day and then my birthday right behind it. And we have just came out to the world. I just brought you down to Barbados to meet my family. You know what I mean? Brought you down there, showed you off to my moms, to my sisters and brothers. Yo, y'all, this is the person I'm with now. Whoop, 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 whoop. I just met your family a couple of months ago. Right? I know a lot of people trying to defend it. Well, he's working on his album. Damn that. It's my birthday, nigga. You come down here, chill with me for the day, and then you can go back and make 2 albums if you want. You came down for my birthday. So he was not in Barbados for Valentine's Day. He was not in Barbados for her birthday. Then it turns out there's all these fake reports about he's in New York, he's in here. No pictures, no nothing. It was just turns out to be stands of Rihanna and ASAP that was trying to create a narrative that he was in New York. He was not. The whole time he was in London. So he did come back. They spent that one day together, right? Now, if you are with me and we have been on a break or we've been on bad terms and now we are coming back together and we meet up for the first time in months, and it is my mother's birthday. The mother that I just took you to Barbados to meet over New Year's. And her birthday party is the next night. I'll ask my lady heavy hitters and I'll ask my gentleman heavy hitters. Now, ladies, if that is your man, is he not coming with you to your mother's birthday dinner the next day? Are you not going to make him, listen, we're on bad terms. We're not just now talking. We're just now talking again. Tomorrow is my mother's birthday dinner. You better be there. And people are going to say, oh, no, he met up with her in New York. He had to rush back to finish his album. Damn that. ASAP Rocky, please. Anyway, the dinner comes, ASAP Rocky isn't there. ASAP Rocky is then photographed leaving this dinner that he just had with Rihanna. Now, let's go back. Let's go back. Remember, they have barely been together. This is the first time they have been together, judging from the way they were moving prior. They had no problem being seen. What's up, Jimmy Ace? They had no problem being seen before. So They were being seen. Now, this is the first time they've been photographed in the same spot in 3 months. After he leaves at 2 a.m., she leaves at 2 a.m., they go two separate ways. After not seeing each other for 3 months, after not seeing each other for 3 months, not being together for my birthday, not being together for Valentine's Day, we come together here for a couple of hours, and at 2 a.m., you don't even go home together? He's photographed walking one way by himself, and Rihanna leaves and leaves with her cousin. Which brings us, and that was the last time we see them together, which brings us to this weekend. Rihanna goes back to LA. Rihanna goes back to LA. ASAP Rocky at first is saying that he's going back to London. So they say. Now Drake, who was actually in LA before the day Rihanna went to New York, the next day Drake showed up in LA. So now today we get word, and we're going to go to the pics. So today we get word that Rihanna, we see more pictures, has went back to California. So she's went back to California. Drake is still in California. Here's the pic. Rihanna looking cute as usual in LA, photographed all today, coming from the nice guy, which was last night. So she's coming from the nice guy a night after Drake. Remember, Drake was there the night before with all the celebrities performing their ritual or whatever they were doing. And this is Rihanna arriving at the nice guy, right? That's Rihanna arriving at the nice guy. All right. So the funny thing is, Drake is throwing a party for Rihanna's quote unquote best friend, Melissa. Now, there is no sight of Rihanna at that party. There's no sight of Rihanna at that party. And what I find funny about people that, like, to me, it don't make me no different who Rihanna's with. As long as she ends up with somebody that makes her happy, I could give a damn whether it's Drake. I could care whether it's ASAP. I don't care whether it's Chris Brown. I don't care who it is, right? As long as Rihanna ends up happy and can have some babies. But the funny thing is, people who want Rihanna with ASAP was making every scenario when there were no pictures of them together on the birthday and on Valentine's Day. Oh, maybe he flew in on a private jet. Maybe he's flew in the middle of the night and they're just hiding out so nobody sees them. Maybe this, maybe that. They're making every single scenario. But now when there's no pictures of her, at her best friend's birthday. Oh, there's no picture, so she wasn't there. Oh, so now no face, no case. What's up, my way? Now it's no face, no case. But when there was no pictures of her and ASAP, then, oh, maybe they were sneaking. Maybe they were hiding. Maybe he flew in on a private jet and then jumped on a ship and sailed to Barbados so nobody could see him. Maybe he did that. It's all these maybes when it's ASAP. But now, since there's no pictures right now of her with Drake, now all of a sudden, well, there's no pictures, no face, no case. So, what the heck is Drake? But isn't that Drake though? Isn't that so like Drake? I'm gonna throw I know what I'm gonna do, guy. You see him sitting around with like OVO Mark. Mark, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna trick her. You know, Melissa's born day is coming up, guy. Yeah, I'm gonna go there, guy, and I'm gonna throw her a pre-birthday bash. That's her best friend. She has to come. Drake gonna trick Rihanna. He gonna trick Rihanna into bumping. That sounds just like something he would do. Just like something he would do. You throwing your ex-girl who wants nothing to do with you. You throwing your ex-girl who wants nothing to do with you. You throwing her best friend a birthday party. Now, ironically, there's been no pictures of Rihanna with at this party that supposedly took place late last night. I'd have to go back and look at the time she was photographed on I have to look at the time that she was photographed coming from the night sky. You know, they're in Cali, so it's different times, you know what I mean? They don't go to like dinner late in Cali. Like, you know, they don't go to the nice guy at 11 p.m., you know. It just looks mad late in Cali because we be looking at 11 p.m. our time. But it's really like 7 out there. So the question remains, where is ASAP Rocky? So they saying ASAP Rocky's in California. But once again, no signs of him. We sure can't find him in New York. And it's easier to spot celebrities do most of their hiding when they're in New York because it's so big and you can be so many different places. California, they all generally hang out in one general area along the strip. But he sure couldn't hide in New York. So now he's back in Cali and you can't find him and people saying, oh, he don't want to be seen. Maybe he's parachuting into the nice guy from the back entrance. And he's going to come over in a helicopter and they're just going to lower him down through the roof. Oh, man. Drake and Rihanna, did Rihanna show up at her best friend's birthday party? Where, I'll tell you this. Virgo, who are you saying is just a friend? If ASAP is just a friend, I'm going to get you on the live. If ASAP is just a friend, why would Rihanna take him to Barbados to introduce him to her parents? She don't bring her other friends down there. Any other male friends she got? Rihanna got a couple of male friends that she's cool with. She was smashing Leo. She didn't bring Leo to Barbados. She didn't bring Leo to Barbados. She didn't bring Ashton Kutcher to Barbados. She didn't bring Drake to Barbados, not that I know of. I know they came up here and met him. I mean, they're obviously way more than friends. As Drake and Rihanna were not just friends. Like, people take the Drake and Rihanna interaction on the stage of the VMAs and they just take it too far. The only thing they see is Rihanna giving him a hug when he went in for a kiss. But they don't know or care to research the backstory of why she did that. There's a reason why Rihanna did not kiss Drake at that moment. But if Drake was just a friend, right? I got a friend, right? I got a lot of friends. I'm not going to get a tattoo of my friend. Sorry. Deuce, I love you. You're my best bud. You're my best friend. I've been knowing you all my life. I ain't getting no tattoo that says Deuce. Yep. Allegedly, Rocky was smashing Drake's baby mom before she was his baby mama, though. Because you have to remember, see, Drake and Sophie was never a couple. Now, that's people who were never a couple. They just happened to smash. So, they were more than friends. Her and Rocky's more than friends. Her and Rocky, she's not bringing ASAP Rocky to Barbados to meet her family if they're not either a couple or about to be a couple. Nobody does that. So the question remains, did she show up at Melissa's birthday party? Has anybody even seen Melissa lately? I know they were saying her boyfriend was posting, this girl, a guy she's supposed to be seeing. I think he posted like "Happy Birthday, Melissa." I didn't see Rihanna post "Happy Birthday, Melissa." Maybe she did. Maybe I just missed it. And I know she wasn't in New York. I thought at first she was. I thought she went with her to New York, but turns out I don't even think she was in New York. And Drake and ASAP, like I said, they have this dimension that's crazy, like Drake has with all his buddies. The way Drake can be friends with dudes that smashed Rihanna or was allegedly smashing Rihanna is beyond me. I can't do it. He came and took, the the second or third time together, he came and took her from Travis. Travis was on Snapchat about to, jump off the Brooklyn Bridge. He's dissing Drake on Snapchat, telling Drake he's a cornball and she don't like cornballs, dog, and this, that, and the other. She don't like corn dogs, and you ain't it, and such and such. And then like a week later, they're like best buddies. Drake's friendship dimension is beyond. It's like a white boys. Drake is like, his friendships like white boys. They have tattoos of sharks, Terry. Yes, they do. I didn't say they have tattoos of each other. They have tattoos. They have a matching shark tattoos, but that was a tattoo that only those two have, and they got it done at the same time. So yes, they have tattoos. I mean, they did that for a reason. I don't do that with my best friend. I don't do that with my friend. I don't know any person that does that with just a friend. So bottom line is, Drake with this dimension of these dudes that smashed Rihanna or smashed his ex pieces is like white guys. Black guys don't act like that. Like it's very rare that a brother is cool with a dude that he knows was smashing his baby mom. It just doesn't happen. Don't happen. What's up? What's up? So we all know the vibe. Like I said, people can say, yeah, his white side comes out when it's deal. When you dealing with his ex-friends and friends is people who've been with her, I mean, his side's coming out. Now, I will say this. Check this out. Think of this dimension. We did see them in the same place. We have seen Rihanna and Drake in the same place on a couple of occasions and don't even say two words to each other. I'm going to tell you one thing. Rihanna is probably the best. She is the best that I've ever seen. If you want to feel ignored, she is probably the best at acting as though she doesn't even see you. Remember the birthday party for the kid? Remember that birthday party for the kid? And Drake was there Drake was trying to get Rihanna's attention. He was within 3 feet of her. Like she was looking right through Drake. Like he didn't even. And then, oh man. And then and then at the ASAP, what was that at whatever that event was not long ago when Drake was there with Rihanna and she was there watching ASAP and Drake was there and they were like not far from each other. Rihanna never said a word. Oh man. So it's not like it's never happened before. Okay, it's not like it's never happened before. But I'll tell you this. Yeah, I'm staying. Thank you, Dior. I'll tell you this. ASAP Rocky. Let me just give you a little warning. Let me give you a little warning. And listen to my pronunciation. This is RIhanna. RIhanna. This is not Ari Fletcher. This is not Jada Waiter or Waiter Jada. This ain't Drea Michelle. This is RIhanna. Boy, you better get your life right. And there ain't no way in the world. You see what she got on? Do you see the way she's looking these days? The last few times she's been on camera, do you see the way she's been looking? And you were leaving her 2 a.m., going home, walking the other way? And she's leaving the same place and you ain't leaving with her? With them weak strokes that you was giving off and with Miss Seethy? Boy. Hold on. All right, Reese. We're going to keep this formidable. I'm going to let you in, but we not going to do this. This ain't going to be a 20, 25-minute Zoom. Because we got to keep it pushing. You know I love your insight. So there is the link. I'm gonna wait for Reese to come on. It looks like she wants to give something about ASAP. Something triggered her about ASAP, and that's why we do the lives on YouTube. Because if you hear something that gets you triggered, you want to respond. So I'm gonna give Reese the link. Is Drake and Rihanna creeping? They're both out in LA. Drake threw Rihanna's best friend a birthday party, allegedly. Rihanna was at the Nice Guy earlier that night. And then I got people, thinking that they may have been together. Couple of people, shout out to two people. Shout out to the Whisper Report and shout out to Rihanna is that bitch who reached out to me. Both of those pages reached out to me. Rihanna is that bitch, I believe is the name of the page, and the Whisper Report. They said, hey, Hev, do you know anything? Oh, man. We'll get Reese on real quick. Anybody else want to say something afterwards? You'll get your time. Reese is in the building.
What's up? What's up, Ted? Hey, I'm gonna be here 25 minutes.
What's up, girl? How you holding up?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. The whole thing praise the Most High Heavenly Father, Yah. You know what it is.
Absolutely. Before we do go into your insight on the Drake and Rihanna thing, really quickly on X.
Oh, you want me to talk about DMX?
Yeah, really quickly.
I mean, I felt like he was going on Friday because, TMZ released it. TMZ talking about he was at, he's on grave condition. Like, just like you said, like TMZ be on it. I was like, dang, Bobby ain't had to release that. And then that's when some people was saying like, rest in peace. Then it stopped. Then they kept changing the story like 4 times on Saturday. So honestly, New York lost a legend. It's damn, like it hit New York hard. I mean,
It
I
did.
went out Saturday and everybody was playing his music. Like you definitely felt something. Like it felt like damn, like it felt like the end of hip hop. Like you felt like the industry died Friday.
X
Because
is
it's like he had the industry on his back.
yeah, man. This one stings.
Yeah,
This
that one was
stings.
like it threw everybody off guard, but like it just felt like everything was leading up to something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't know, like something because like if people don't think clearly and see clearly, Lil Nas X is named after him and Nas. So I think a lot of people was like, see, so that's why I said a lot of things was connected throughout the weeks, but nobody paid it no mind.
That's a very good point.
And you just didn't know that something was happening. Remember, Lil Nas X kept promoting his sneaker, but when he kept promoting his stuff, you saw the red in the background of him. So I said, if it's not going to be him, somebody major going to fall. I kept saying that in your live. I said, because
yes, you did. That's a good call by you. Yes, you did.
April is the lady who runs England, and everybody knows she's the, if you want to, I don't want to, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Her birthday is the 21st. And if I'm not mistaken, is this the month that Prince passed?
Correct.
So people got to see it as that. Like, you know, I know some people don't believe in industry things, but rituals are real. This is the summer rituals is coming in. Before the summer ritual hit, you know what I'm saying? They needed something major. Now, be a little before DMX. I remember when you kept saying, "What's going on, RIhanna?" Like they keep picking on RIhanna. Like, what's going on? Right. And I kept saying, okay, if a queen is not going to fall, a king is, because a queen and a king got to come up in the industry. So somebody needs a comeback. Look, somebody needs a comeback, or somebody's coming out. So I felt like,
this is why
a lot of people was jealous of DMX. This is why
Reese is my ace, because she be coming with the gems.
Yeah, it's serious, man. Like I be telling people, stay prayed up. It's serious.
Yep.
Like, and you've been on it. I want to like salute you. Have on a whole. You the first one that kept talking about how hip hop need, you know, things like, you know, like for their health and things like that, especially with like that Rob and stuff. And look, Master P had to, you know, I'm no disrespectful dude, had to cut. Right. Come on, they heard you. They heard you.
Of course, Styles P.
Yeah, they heard you. I was like, look at that. They trying to take credit off him. Like everybody heard you. You've been screaming about these rappers
for years.
Years. And look at the Hollywood, like the Hollywood white actors, they got, old folks homes and stuff for them. You see how the black community, like I don't got nothing against, you know, our people, but you see how the black entertainment is? It's like fake. Y'all gotta be like, y'all really gotta look out for yourselves. Y'all dying left and right.
Yep. And meanwhile, like I said, I'm not we're gonna get off X and go on to your insight by RIhanna, but I'm not wishing that on nobody. But these dudes is walking around here 80, 90 years old, perfect water, help Mick Jagger, everybody else. You know, when the last time a white legend passed? You know,
it's getting crazy. I'm like,
you know, and like I said, I don't wish death on nobody, but my God, these dudes did hard drugs every single day for 20 years, and these dudes are still walking around with no problem.
What's doing backflips on stage? Like, what's going on? Yo, it's crazy.
What's going on? These dudes, listen. I saw the movie The Dirt. About Motley Crue. If anybody have not seen the Motley Crue biopic Dirt, go watch it. These dudes used to set up an IV full of vodka, and these dudes are still walking around. Like what?
Shit is different.
You talk about partying. These dudes go right past the bloodstreams. They go right to your veins. I don't even
know. They giving black celebrity poison or something like. This shit can't really be pills and just regular crack and drugs. Like, what they giving them rat poison? Because come on, nah, for real. You speaking facts?
That's different. That's
Right.
different right there.
Different.
And these dudes is walking around and 60 and 70 years old. Not one of them ain't nothing wrong with none of them. We done lost. We be losing our people in their 50s.
It's
Michael,
crazy.
Prince, Whitney's in her 40s. Craig Mack right before 50. DMX 50.
Damn.
All these people, but way before their time. Then the other ones are getting gunned down in their 20s. You know what I mean? So shout out to them, man. Like I said, stay prayed up, man. What's your take? What's your insight on the Rihanna and ASAP situation? And
I
Drake
mean, I heard
out here.
Oh, well, I was hearing like, her and ASAP, they got their little thing going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess off and on. I mean, it does look suspect. Like, he out here, he's for the streets. Like, he's on his Harlem shit. I'm being real because, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Harlem.
And you're
I
from
know,
Harlem, so you can give us a little. You can give us a little.
yeah,
ASAP
like, you know what I'm
insight.
saying? Like, okay, what might be bad? Like, hey, like you know how dudes be like, she's a bad chick. Like, you see how Rihanna, she's pretty or whatever. She might be bad to, a certain other dude, but to ASAP, that's like regular to him. And he don't understand, like, yo, that's Rihanna. Like,
so wait a minute. This is T. Hold on. So you were getting some things. So ASAP be rolling with baddies.
Yeah, like it's not like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say like, he out here creeping on her, but I'm just saying it's like, okay, you see how, like you said, like, Drake would be after Rihanna, or, Rihanna, she look good. Why he not? And his eyes, maybe he's like, I've been effing that off and on, for years. He probably just looking at her as, that's just I don't want to say the homie, but that's like my love, my home. She ain't going nowhere. Because one thing about Reed's real loyal. And look, I'm not knocking Dre. Look, I'm not knocking Drake at all. Like, I know people, like, you know what I'm saying? I felt like her and Dre was about to get serious because, at first she kept falling back because, the whole Nicki thing. I told you about that. But at the end of the day, like, I gotta be honest, and this is the real shit, have stuff that I know and stuff. Rihanna family, they really do love Chris. Like, a lot of people got it mixed up. Like, oh, they hate, her father see him in his eyes, that's his son-in-law. You know what I'm saying? And I know, hope Rihanna and Chris is real toxic and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They love is real. Like, that love, it never went away. People just don't know that. Like, that love is solid. So that's why when you know what I'm saying, and I know, like, Drake is gonna be Drake. Like, Chris knows that Drake is gonna, Drake is just that nigga that's gonna be like, look, I know me and you had her, but I'm a gun for this. Like, that's how he is. That, Drake is gonna steal your girl. Like, Drake is gonna steal your wife. Drake is gonna steal your baby mother. Drake is gonna steal your daughter. Like, he's just gonna steal her. He's the man. He's a man. Like, he's a woman stealer. That's what he like. You gotta understand, Chris was at the party too, even though he left with somebody else. Chris was like, I'm like, yo, Drake is really like, Drake is different.
Yeah, right. The party that they just had, that everybody was at, the nice guy.
Everybody was there.
Yeah, I heard Chris was there too. Kylie Jenner.
Yeah. And Chris left early, you know what I'm saying? He probably, all right, she coming through something. Like I said, they solid. They still, it's a little, cordial, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to say she running down him or whatever, but ASAP, I just, like I said, Ree is this, you know what I'm saying, from what people were saying, she's loyal and all that stuff. But I just feel like with ASAP, she probably is looking for something more with him because of the fact that it was years of them messing around. You know how sometimes they was quarantined.
They've been messing around off and on for a minute.
Yeah, and now, you know what I'm saying, now they not quarantined, like he moving like a Harlem nigga. I'm being real. Like, I feel for her. Like, damn, like, he moving Harlem on her. Like, you ain't walking the streets with her. Like, he different. Man. They show. Remember the website? Remember I told you I sent you that Instagram. I want you to see proof of him in the car, and the girl was in the same gray car. The Instagram I sent you, and I said, look, you see, like, ASAP, and you was like, damn, Reese, like, that, that website, that Rihanna page, they was Yo, they have receipts. I'm like, damn. And the
Oh
girl
man,
saw
so
all these subliminals at her, and Reed just like, and I'm like, damn, Reed normally pop off. Like, I'm like, damn, this might be the one oh man, she falling for this one.
I don't know, man. Like as usual, Reese comes through with the gems. I thank you, Reese, man, for dropping the gems. So we found out some things. Reese from Harlem, she know how ASAP Rocky get down. See there, all y'all was laughing at him talking about he got weak strokes and this, that, and the other. But apparently, them weak strokes may not be so weak. Maybe they weak strokes to y'all. Or maybe you look up and maybe they look weak from the video. He might have some power behind he might have some power behind them strokes. y'all might be underestimated his power bombs. Oh man, your boy Heaven Hollywood, the word according to Heaven Hollywood, man. I want to go into something else. So we're gonna find out. We're gonna look more into Drake and Rihanna both being in LA. We're gonna find out some more stuff. Yeah, Rihanna. Whoo, that Rihanna, she is bad, but good God Almighty. That's Riri. That's the baddest chick in the game right now. For long term after Tony Michelle Braxton. So we got to get into this, man. We have to get into this, and the hip hop union to me is something I've been calling for. And after this weekend with DMX and with Black Rob being sick and basically saying he ain't had a house, after things like that, where you got rappers who have been instrumental in the culture, right? When you have rappers that's been instrumental in the culture, when you have, rappers like Houdini and, dudes like that. Lately, you've seen Boss as well. She's got a GoFundMe up because she's having kidney issues. And Ecstasy from Houdini. He is, his funeral wasn't paid for. So this is what Styles P said. Where is the union for rappers and artists? What has happened to Black Rob has happened to too many artists before him and will continue to happen to artists after him. Protection in a union is much, much needed. And to those who are up that came from the bottom, remember how it feels to be down and help out if you could. We need a union. I've only been preaching this same sentiment for 15 years. Thank you very much, Styles P. I know y'all heard me when I put this out there. I know all of y'all heard me talk about a hip-hop union. I know all of y'all heard me saying that these little Negroes out here, Ace Boogie with the hoodie and the Boogie with the boogie and little Uzi Fart and little Tanachi, little Tucci, whatever that dude's name is, Lil Yachty, and all these other littles and that are making millions of dollars, and 6ix9ine, 6ix8ine, and everybody else that's making millions of dollars off the back of these dudes who really spent their blood, sweat, and tears in the studio, coming working 8 hours a day in a grocery store just to get studio money to go to the studio and put their lyrics and vocals down and get on a mixtape and get played all over the city, get signed to a record deal, promote themselves, go pay for their own promo tours to go from city to city to finally get played on the radio and to get a record deal and some $500 signing bonus. They opened the ways for dudes like Ace Boogie with the Hoodie and all of these dudes that's making millions and millions of dollars from one record. In what planet, on what day and age should 6ix9ine be richer than Redman? And on what planet should 6ix9ine have more money than Big Daddy Kane? On what planet? And these dudes, because of the hard-earned work, because of the blood, sweat, and tears from real rappers that put on for this culture, risked their life for the culture, went hungry for the culture, actually gave something to the culture. And now they sitting in here in 2021. They ain't got no health benefits. They ain't got no life insurance. They can't even pay for their casket if they drop dead. They walk around with no teeth in their mouth, all bad teeth. They can't go to they can't get surgery procedures. They gotta say, I have to pick between putting food on the table for my family or getting this procedure. Oh, I guess I'll wait. I gotta wait, till I get the money to get this procedure. A lot of times it's very important procedures that they gotta get. And you got people like 6ix9ine, not talented, doesn't care about the culture, doesn't put in work. But because of the ones that came before him that made hip-hop what it is now, that made hip-hop the industry and the billion-dollar industry that it is, that's why you're able to make the money that you make. So this is what I am proposing, and I'm going to send it out. It may not do any good. They may not ever see it, but you know what? Damn it, I'm going to try. So we don't have to deal with Black Rob, teeth all bad, can barely talk, said he's been homeless for months, nowhere to even, if this man dropped dead, he don't even have a house to go to. He won't even have a house for his family to bring food to, for everyone to gather around and celebrate his life. So this is what I propose, and this is what I'm going to propose. So all of you dudes that are sitting pretty, you know, the top earners, the top dogs in hip hop that's made their living off of hip hop, the top 20 dogs, the Jay-Z's of the world, the Diddy's of the world, the Dr. Dre's of the world, the Eminem's of the world. Don't think we forgot about you, Eminem. The Babies of the world, the Drakes of the world, new generation, the Drakes of the world, the 50 Cents, the LL Cool J's, the Russell Simmons, the Rick Rubins. All of you are going to get a proposal from me. And since you all talk about Black excellence and it's all about Black excellence and build our brother up, we have to get our own so we don't have to depend on the white man for nothing. All of those guys take 10% of your net worth. You get it started. So we're looking for, so Jay-Z, you're a billionaire, right? So 10 million ain't gonna hurt you. Take 10 million for the culture that made you rich. That's nothing compared to what you've made on the backs of hip hop. You're worth $1 billion. Take 10 million out to start the union. Diddy, you're worth 800 million. 10% of that is $8 million. Take out your $8 million and put it in the hip hop union to help start it. Russell Simmons, hip hop sure has helped you afford a nice life, a wonderful life. He bought all those products that you take that try to keep you looking 35 and you about 80. The money you've made from hip hop provides you with the funds to buy all those products and all the adrenochrome and everything else you need to look like you still 35 when you're about 85. You worth about $500 million. Take 5 million of that and put it in to help start the hip hop union. Who's that? Who else? Dr. Dre. Hip hop has provided you with enough money to keep you satisfied with steroids for here till kingdom comes. All them steroids you done put in your body, you bought that on the back of hip hop. Hip hop has allowed you to afford all them steroids you put in your body. Nice life you living, Dr. Dre. Worth $750 million. Take 7.5 million of that and put it into the hip hop union to help get it started, brother. Eminem. Now, Even though I've never called you a guest, you are white. It's just like black men in hockey. You don't see many of them. But hockey does allow a couple of niggas to play every now and then and make a living. That's what we did for you. We allowed you to come into a black man's sport as a white boy and fund a very nice life for yourself, sir. What are you worth? About 300 million? 400 million? Take 4 million of that and put it in the hip hop union to help get it started. 50 Cent, don't think we forgot about you. LL Cool J, don't think we forgot about you, bro. Hip hop has allowed you to buy enough Kangos to cover that fat chrome dome for the rest of your life and another lifetime. It's bought enough Kangos for you and your son to cover that chrome dome y'all got. Hip hop has allowed LL to buy enough chapstick where he can lick his lips 500 times an hour and never run out of chapstick. Hip hop provided you with that, sir. What are you worth? About $175 million? Take 1.7 million and give it to the hip hop union. Drizzy Drake, I know you're the new generation, but we need representation from them too, because you said, Drizzy Drake, that DMX raised you. You said that Slick Rick raised you. You said Jay-Z. You said all these people, inspirations. You did say that. Well, that's great because you're going to be the spokesman for the new generation for this hip hop union. You said 50 mil, I saved that for the rain. Right? So since you got 50 mil saved for the rain or 30 mil, whatever you said, what are you worth? About 225 million? You've made enough money off hip hop to get you liposuction every single week until you're 99 years old. You could get liposuction every single week, Drake, until you were 99 years old. As much money as you have made off this culture. You are from Canada. Hip hop culture don't let Canadian niggas make bread like that. They never did. We just don't let dudes who end their sentences in A. We don't allow y'all to make that type of bread. Drake, hip hop has allowed you to make a nice living for yourself and built that place that you call the embassy. Your house is so big it got a name of a hotel. Hip hop provided that for you, sir. Take $2 million. I'm sure you spent that on hoes. If you add up all the Birkin bags that you got stashed away for your wifey, as you said, I'd be willing to bet you it's more than $2 million worth of Birkin bags. Take the $2 million and put it in the hip hop union. So once we take all of the top 20 earners and they take 10% of their net worth, that's how we start the union. All right? That's how we start the union. That gets it started. Now, once the big dogs have come out of their pocket, that's it. Okay? This is my proposal. The Jay-Z's, the Diddy's, all of them dudes, they only got to pay once. They only got to pay once. Now, with that money that they put up for rappers that were on the circuit, they'll get health benefits, dental insurance, life insurance. And you have to get these people. It ain't going to be no mansion. Y'all ain't getting no mansion now. It don't got to be a mansion. Housing for rappers that was on the circuit and had record deals. Now, this ain't for any Joe Schmo who had one record in the 90s. Oh, we're not talking about that. We're talking about artists who had record deals and made millions of dollars for these record companies. And now they can't even afford to go to Benihana's. That's who we're talking about. The Nice and Smooths of the world, the Houdinis of the world, the Mobb Deeps of the world, the EPMDs of the world. Off topic, Ice Cube, don't think I forgot about you. I just left you out. I didn't forget about you, though. You too. So we're talking about people who have made record labels, and people like Leor Cohen and Julie Greenwald and Rick Smits and all these people who don't know a damn about our culture. They're sitting up there. I bet you their kids got life insurance. I bet you their kids got medical insurance. I bet you their kids got college funds. I bet you their kids got health care. I guarantee you. Oh, I guarantee you that. But the artists that are providing you with an opportunity to fund your family, they got to get GoFundMe accounts just so their family can put them in a casket when they die. Let that sink in. DMX don't have health insurance. Black Rob don't have health insurance. I'm sure other artists don't have it. None of them do. But the people that they made the millions for, oh, they all good. All of them are good. And their families are good. And their kids are probably good. They've made millions off the back of these young black entertainers, and these dudes can't even afford to go to the dentist to get the remaining teeth they have in their mouth cleaned because they can't afford it. How does that make sense? How is that fair? But you got people like 6ix9ine and all these other rappers walking around with $80,000, $500,000 chains on their neck, 6 and 7 cars. So for the new people, for the people that said the new people aren't going to go along with it, well, guess what? You ain't got no choice. You ain't got no choice. If you are new and you're in a record deal, 5% of everything you earn goes to your union dues. So if you're out on the road and you just made $300,000, right? You just made $300,000. 3,000 of that is going to the union. No, not even 3,000. I said 5%. So if you just made $300,000, you're going to kick back $1,500 to the union. That's more than fair. If you just made $40,000 from your streams, has been enabled pretty much by Nicki Minaj. Streams has come pretty much is the birth of CDs and music videos that was created in the 80s. So if it wasn't for music videos, there'd be no streams. So shouldn't the person that create music videos, shouldn't they be rewarded? Shouldn't they be able to have a funeral for themselves? God forbid something happens to them. Shouldn't they be able to go to the doctor whenever they need to go to the doctor and not have to worry about coming out of pocket $7,000 they ain't got? They created the music video. That's why you can stream right now and get paid for it. So just like how if they're in a 360 deal, you can't tell the record company, I'm not giving you 5% of my earnings. You're in a 360 deal. You're going to give me whatever that contract says. So the union dues come with the record deal. If you get a record deal, you have to pay the union dues. And that money gets put into the hip hop union. You get housing for the artists that don't have homes. It's not going to be a mansion. You don't got to buy them mansions. a gated community. You're going to have one on the East Coast and one on the West Coast. If you want that housing, you can't tell me, well, I'm from the Midwest. I've never lived on the West Coast. Well, nigga, guess what? If you want housing, if you want hip hop to provide you with housing, you're going to be living on the West Coast now or the East Coast. Pick a coast. Pick a coast. You only got two choices. If you want us to provide you with housing, you're either going to be in the housing community on the East Coast or the housing community on the West Coast. At least this way, these dudes have something that they can call their home. So people like Black Rob doesn't have to let us know that he's been going from house to house for the past 2 or 3 years. For all of us who have our own place or have somewhere just to call home, imagine if you had no place to call home. You were just wishing and praying it never gets dark. You just hoping and praying that bedtime don't come tonight because you don't know where you're going to be. Because people will let you come and chill in the daytime. But come nighttime, you got to go. Southern rappers into the chat. East Coast or West Coast? Well, East Coast. Well, Atlanta is considered East Coast. You know what I'm saying? So Atlanta is considered East Coast to me. So you can live on the East Coast, you can live in Atlanta, or you can, if it's one of these rappers from Atlanta. Now, let's also remember about who does get the benefits. They'll say, well, Hev, so everybody, what about the people who are still making money? So you gonna tell me Snoop Dogg gets the benefit? No, Snoop Dogg is making a certain amount of money every year. You have to drop below to where you're not making any money. So people like Snoop, no, he doesn't get, he has to pay into the hip hop union. Right? I'm talking about people who are no longer making money, but at one time they had a record deal. You see what I'm saying? Like Styles P. The Locks have put a lot into music, right? Now, I don't know how true it is, but they said at one time Styles P was driving the bus. Now, driving a bus is not a terrible thing. It's not a terrible job. What's up, Ms. Downs? Driving a bus is not a terrible thing. Somebody mentioned Mark Curry earlier. But Styles P from the Locks have paid their dues in hip hop. They've given hip hop a lot in the 90s. They was one of the premier groups. They have hit records. They've made millions of dollars for that record label. I don't care how good of a job a bus driver is. Styles P should not be driving a bus. Should not. Right. He had a couple of juices there, but you got to remember, when you don't have the funds to run those things when you're not making money like you used to. Remember, money, it takes money to run those juice bars. And we just hit a pandemic and we're still in one. He took a big hit at those juice bars where he had to close a couple down because he couldn't afford to keep running them because of the pandemic. Just like Black Rob said, I'm just tired. I need to lay down. My side is killing me. I just need to lay down. This man's having kidney problems. Yeah, Master P is good. You know? But I'm sorry. West Coast, groups like Souls of Mischief, Tone Loc, you know what I mean? Those dudes, they gave a lot to hip hop. Souls of Mischief, when they came along, they contributed a lot to hip hop. Digital Underground. I've seen the dude from Digital Underground lately. And his house don't look like no house where he is, you know. But he did have a house. At least he was in a spot. He's not looking like, you know, he don't got nowhere to go. So the bottom line is this. If you're only making a certain amount of money and you're not making it anymore, then you should be able to go to hip hop. Hip hop should be able to take care of you. Foxy Brown, you shouldn't be walking around here not being able to hear. I'm sure Foxy don't have the money anymore to pay for ear specialists. Foxy, as much as she gave to the game, she shouldn't be around here saying, Jigga what? Jigga what? Jigga what? Jigga what? Jigga what? Foxy Brown shouldn't be walking around here not being able to hear because she can't afford to go to an ear specialist. This is the ill nana. This is the ill nana. Now, Chad, if Jay paid for that surgery, that's fine. But if Foxy is to the point now where she's no longer making money, hip hop should take care of her. As far as Lil' Kim's face and surgeries, whatever, we can't do nothing about that. But let's not get it twisted. If Lil' Kim can no longer afford to pay for her home because she's no longer making money like she was before, but everybody that she kicked open the door for is making big bucks because there was no streaming when Lil' Kim was out. in her prime making money. So if Little Kim is now to the point where she's no longer making money, I'm sorry. This is the Queen Bee. We're not talking about her face. We can't fix your face. You done messed that up. Sorry. As far as your face go, your face just gonna have to stay like that, Kim. We ain't paying for surgeries in this union. We ain't paying for liposuction. We ain't paying for surgeries. We just gonna make sure you're good. Handle the surgeries on your own. So this is the Queen Bee. And regardless of her having her attitude now and people not liking her now, whatever, where would hip hop be? Where would female rap be if Lil' Kim was never in the game? Females would still be walking around looking like Queen Latifah, rapping like men, dressing like men, and be thinking it's not cool to dress and look like a woman. Little Kim made it okay for women to be feminine. If it was not for Lil' Kim, everybody would still be walking around here looking like Queen Latifah. Now, I'm not saying Queen Latifah's ugly. I used to love Queen Latifah. Not saying she's ugly. MC Lyte ain't ugly. But MC Lyte rapped like a dude and dressed like a dude. And then once Kim came out and she was feminine, then MC Lyte came back in the 90s and she actually looked like a woman. The early female rappers thought they had to look and sound like dudes. Reese, my point is this. My point is this. So if she don't need no help, that's fine. My point is her ears are not back to 100% because you could tell by the way she talks. That's why her voice is like that. Her hearing is not 100%. It wasn't like it was before it went out. So my point is, if she can afford to get that surgery, then that's great. Then she don't need the union. But if you're not pulling in money, right? If you're not pulling in at least money enough for you to live off of without you working a regular job. My point is this. Mark Curry, yes, because Mark Curry, no disrespect, Mark Curry, hip hop would be fine with or without you. No shade on Mark Curry or Eric Curry, whatever his name is. But I will tell you this, as a hip hop historian, I don't want to walk into Walmart and see Nice and Smooth. Sorry, that better not happen. I don't want to walk into Target and see Slick Rick say, "How may I help you? What can I do for you? It's Slick Rick and on something. Down here in aisle 7, please. Pick up in aisle 6, please." Nah. I'm like, that's Rick? Oh, hell no. Slick Rick working in Target? Hell no. That's what I'm talking about. Talk about some pickup in aisle 7. Right, mental health. These rappers in the 90s where that's no longer making money, they can't afford to go to psychiatrists and psychologists. That's my point. With the hip hop union, you can provide that for them, where they may just have to pay a copay, $30 copay, whatever. See, the thing that I hate about the thing that I hate about what how Kim is being treated is most people that treat Kim like that are Nicki fans. But just want y'all to know, Nicki's creeping up on 40 herself. And I'm sure y'all would not want people treating Nicki Minaj like that. So just be careful. I know I wouldn't want to see that happen to Nicki. So you got to be careful. So if you make a certain amount of money, if you're still making $1 million a year, if you're still making $500,000 a year, right? 500,000 a year, that's still a lot of money. That's still a lot of money. Okay? So that's how that will go about. New artists, you have to pay 5% of your earnings to the union. Pay your union dues. That sets up dental, medical, and at the same time, the new artists can have mental and dental for themselves. Now, for people who said, the last thing I'm gonna cover, for people that said, what about all those rappers that are all those kids? Why would the new generation, why should they have to be responsible for them? You're absolutely right. As far as DMX, God bless the dead, and ODB, God bless the dead, you having 13, 14, 15 kids. Now, that do not expect hip hop to pay for all them kids. 3 children get covered. So you better pick your 3 favorite. If you got more than 3, you better pick your 3 favorite kids. We ain't covering 17 children. We not covering 10 children. You better pick your 3 favorite, and they were the ones who won't get the coverage. And the other ones you're going to have to pay out of pocket, sir, or ma'am. Out of that quarterly check that you receive. People like Greg Nice, the bangers that Craig Nice and Smooth B. Dizzy Gillespie plays the sax. Me, myself, I love the Mad Max. Red bone booties, I love the tax. Spring again, and it's feeling fine. Pass me an ice cold glass of wine. Sit back and get mellow. And watch the girl play the cello. Hello, I hate Jello. Greg NICE, I'm Nitro. I mean, how when Nice and Smooth drop, they just made everybody's summer better. They carried people for summers. Def Jam making so much money. Every single car was playing Nice and Smooth. Every single car. They ain't got no business doing bad. I'm sorry. They have no business doing bad, and Lil Nas X is out here in Rolls Royces and mansions. Right. Missy and Mary helped her, but you know what? I don't really know Mary's financial situation. Mary's financial situation actually because of the things she went through with her husband. Now, that ain't hip hop's fault. If you picked a dud for a husband, that hip hop, I'm sorry, Mary, we can't pay for your pick and significant others. Mary and Missy did help her when she was foreclosing on her home. When the bank they kept her out of foreclosure. That's something that hip hop would do. Now, like I said, you ain't gonna be in no mansions now. We not putting you in no mansions. You're gonna be in a gated community, condo, whatever the case may be. I don't care if it's 3-bedroom apartment. You're gonna be in a gated community where somewhere you can call your home, where you can go every night and rest and sleep and lay down. Your home. You used to living in mansions? Oh, well, not today, boy. No more mansion for you. Like Lil Kim was living in a mansion and they foreclosed on her mansion. Well, guess what? You are downsizing to a condo in a gated community provided to you by hip hop. Now, if you got 10 kids, like I said, pick your favorite 3, and the other 7, you're going to have to come out of pocket, sir or ma'am. Mostly, sir. At least that way, if a rapper that has spent his blood, sweat, and tears, like RIhanna, right? Like RIhanna. Where would hip hop be without RIhanna? Now I look at RIhanna and yeah, he's doing okay. He's still doing okay. But this is RIhanna. This is arguably the GOAT. If you ask 5 different people from all generations who the GOAT is, I will guarantee you Rakim is going to be at least two people's hands. Definitely at least one. What's up, Fifi? So he just shouldn't be okay. Sad, you crazy. Rakim shouldn't just be okay. He should be good. This is the God. So that would be the plan. I'm going to send that plan to Russell Simmons, to Russell Simmons, to Rick Rubin. Now, they don't, Russell Simmons, Rick Rubin, Jay-Z, Diddy. I'm going to send it to the addresses that I have. May not ever get to them. Okay? May not ever get to them. But you know what? It's going to be worth a try to send it to them. All right, y'all. It's 2 hours. It was real. I want to thank y'all. I want to thank Reese. I want to thank everybody for holding me down. Everybody for the participation and listening to me rant on. We talked about the Hip Hop Union. We talked about Rihanna and Drake possibly creeping again. And of course, we discussed X. We got into a lot of things, a lot of good discussions. Of course, we had to make it fun. But at the end of the day, it's really not a joking matter. Fifi, you can go back and check it out. I do apologize that you missed it. You missed a good time, but go back and check it out on the replay. Everybody like, comment, and subscribe, and also share this channel. Tell a friend. We joke around in here, man. Like, we try to make light of stuff, man. But it's really not a laughing matter with these rappers, these black people, man. These black people. That's my main thing. These black people. They need help, man. They need help. They need help. And instead of us laughing about them and making fun of them, you just got to look at the humiliation. We've all been humiliated. We've all been humiliated before. We've all felt embarrassed before. We've all been walking and fell in the street in front of people. Tripped and fell. Laughed so hard and farted in front of people you shouldn't be farting in front of. Smiling in front of a guy you liked with salad caught in your teeth. And he looking like, you got something in your teeth. We've all been embarrassed before. We've all been humiliated before. But just imagine the humiliation that Black Rob is facing. Just imagine the humiliation that Ecstasy from Houdini's family, that they had to put up a GoFundMe just to bury him. Needed help putting him in the ground to say goodbye to him. After they have helped us get through hard times with their music. Everybody has used a song Everybody has used an artist to get through a rough patch in their life. We've all done it. We've all dedicated a song to the person we trying to get with or the person that we loved. We've all listened to a certain artist and they helped us get through hard times. Just imagine the humiliation. They're walking around in the 90s, everybody's bumping their music. They're making money. They're making the record label money. And you see them in the street and they embarrassed to smile because they ain't got no teeth in their mouth. All their teeth is rotted away. Rise and shine. Just imagine the humiliation that when everybody says, yo, good night, yo, it's good seeing you. I'm about to get up and go home. My wife got dinner cooking. And they say, what you gonna do? Where you headed? Oh, you know, I'm gonna be around. Yes, Elisa, very good idea. I might add that in. Thank you. I might add that into it. But they know they just waiting for you to leave so they can go jump on the bus. They don't want you to see them go hop on the subway or go hop on a bus or walk. So they got to wait for you to leave because the last time they seen you, you was in a Beamer. Now you don't have a car. You don't have a house. You staying with your man, laying at the foot of his bed. Or you staying at your homegirl's, laying on her couch. So that's what we want, man. That's what these rappers, that's what all these dudes that they kids kids will lives and help other black people that need help. I love y'all. I'll holler at y'all next time, man. It's your boy Hollywood. Peace and love, y'all.